Hi, Kim.
Hi, Sophie.
Another podcast for our lovely viewers. EL-Lea-Eye-Em. What does it actually mean? Where does it come from? There must be a story behind it.
Oh, well, there most certainly is. Many years ago, I think probably around 2007, 2008, possibly. I can't remember the exact year. I was thinking about, I kept talking to my guardian angel who's helped me out in so many occasions. There's so many stories I can tell you, we could fill hours. So I'm in regular communication with my guardian angel. But I didn't know anything about my guardian angel. So I thought maybe a good starting point would be to ask their name.
Okay.
I don't even know whether male or female,
okay.
or unisex or whatever, you know. And so I put the question out, and something came back which wasn't exactly like EL-Lea-Eye-Em, but it sounded very similar to that. Now, it may be that I didn't quite pick it up telepathically, because it was obviously sent to me telepathically. I didn't quite catch it.
Okay.
But I wrote it down, what I thought.
At the time?
At the time, yeah.
Oh.
I wrote it down, looked at it, and thought, crikey, what does that mean? And over the years, I actually had a girlfriend that said, hang on a minute, you're spelling that wrong. She said, you don't spell it like that. And I wrote it out again. I thought, yeah, she's right. It's wrong. So I looked at the numerology of the words, because I studied numerology. And the numerology of that new spelling that I came up with, which was 4 parts. Originally it was in three sections. Didn't have the I in it. It was EL-Lea-Eye-Em, EL-Lea-Eye-Em, didn't it? But the Lee bit came later. I looked at the numerology and thought, crikey, that's really powerful. Spiritually, incredibly powerful. And I thought, that's the name. And I've subsequently discovered that is the name of my guardian angel.
Wow, okay.
And that guardian angel is a very, shall we say, senior guardian angel. Actually an ascended master guardian angel. So that's who I've been speaking to all these years. And so that's what it. Now you want me to tell me what it actually means, don't you?
Yeah, I think the viewers will be interested.
Okay, well, let's break it down. The first part, L, is spelt E-L. L represents power.
Okay.
The power and the will of God. Now, actually, L in some languages on Earth is used. I think it's used in Islamic language. I think.
I don't know.
I think it's used. Yeah. I'm not a great one. I'm not a great one on languages, so I can't confirm that. But that's what L means. Lee, which is L-E-A, stands for love.
Love.
And I, which is quite relevant at the moment,
Yeah.
stands for wisdom. And M equals victory.
Victory. So individually, they're all very powerful words.
Yes.
Strong words.
I'll give you a bit more breakdown as to what it actually means, because it actually is a paragraph there in what. It's a bit like angel shorthand, I think that.
Oh, okay.
Right, but
didn't know that.
I'm only guessing. I don't know it for sure.
I'll take it.
I'll try and give you the meaning that I've sort of interpreted it as. And I can't, guarantee that I'm absolutely right about this, but it's what intuitively I believe to be correct. Okay. So now let's take the first three, EL-Lea-Eye. So you've got power, you've got love, and you've got wisdom. Now, if anybody who understands French, if you've heard of fleur de lis, have you heard of the fleur de lis? Do you know what that means?
You tell us.
I'll tell you right. Well, the fleur de lis is a symbol. You see it on a lot of gates and gate posts. It's like three flames. The one in the middle is the bigger one, and there's two smaller ones on the sides. So it's like a flower that looks like three flames. Well, they are the that's called in English. That's called the threefold flame. Now, most human beings have the threefold flame, which is a spiritual heart, which lies right in the centre of your chest, behind your real heart. And the threefold flame is your connection to God. Jesus referred to it as the kingdom of God within you. He said that many, many times in the Bible, and that's what he was referring to. It's your three primary God flames. So those three flames, power, love, and wisdom, are the three core energies, or God flames, that we have to master when we come down to live on Earth, or in the material realm. It doesn't have to be Earth, could be another planet. That we have to master, and then once we've mastered those, we then win our victory. So EL-Lea-Eye equals M, which is victory.
Yeah.
And victory is simply the ascension. Now, when Jesus was on Earth 2,000 years ago, he paid off 100% of his karma, and that qualified him to ascend to heaven and stay there permanently. In other words, he learned all his lessons because he had incarnated on Earth before. So that's really what it means. So it means balance those three energies, the L, the Lea, and the I, and you then have your victory, which means you don't have to keep coming back to Earth. You've become an ascended master.
And again, this is something very personal for you.
In some ways, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it has a meaning. And the incidentally, the numerology on that is very similar to the word Jesus Christ.
Oh, okay.
Very
similar in numbers.
Because that was his mission.
Yeah.
His mission was to give people the abundant life.
Yeah.
Or show them how to have the abundant life.
And that's why I asked the question, because I think, it's like with any title, but people are curious. They want, I'm curious to know where it comes from, what it means, and the personal correlation between you and it. So, yeah, that's interesting. Never would have guessed that.
Well, it took me about 15 years to work that out.
Oh, right, okay. And are you happy with that then? So it's took you 15 years to come to it. So are you happy with it?
Oh, totally, yeah.
Yeah, it's not changing now.
Oh, God, no ways that. The numerology tells me it's correct. That's why I know.
Right, yes, because I know you're into your numerology.
The numbers don't lie.
Yeah. And again, that's something important to you.
What numbers?
Yeah, it gives you that sort of affirmation that whatever direction you're going in when you write it down is correct.
Well, I can tell what, there's certain phrases, like when I come up with song titles.
Yeah.
I look at the numerology on them.
Yeah.
And I can maybe tell which one's going to be a hit and which isn't.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm not saying that's a fact. I'm not saying that's a science. I'm not saying that at all.
So if you're not happy with the numbers, would you change the title a bit?
It's possible.
Okay.
It's possible.
Yeah, just curious.
But I can't mess about with things too much. Sometimes something is meant to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
A song, not every song can be a hit. But
why not?
We try for perfection.
Absolutely.
And maybe we'll get near it, but
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's a really interesting story. I'm glad you've shared it.
I've actually, the other thing is, I had drawn up by a very special friend of mine called Annie Law, who she knows far more about spiritual things than I do, but we're great friends and we go back a long time, and I don't mean just on earth, I mean before. And she drew me a mandala, which is a pictorial representation of what EL-Lea-Eye-Em means.
Okay.
And this thing, you look at it, and it's a spiritual. It has a spiritual message, which works on your soul. Your soul can recognise it. Your your consciousness may not recognise it. Your conscious self, but your soul does.
So you've decided to follow this EL-Lea-Eye-Em pathway, if you like, and mission, because obviously it's linked to spirituality. What do you hope to achieve sort of moving forward with it?
Well, there's two things really. The first album, I've called it Awaken, We Are Gods.
Awaken, We Are Gods.
Yeah, and the purpose of the album, the single, if you were to try and pinpoint a single thing that I wanted to achieve from that album, is to empower people, to say to people, look, you're not a useless eater, as certain elements, dark elements within this world call us. You are a son and daughter of God. You have got God in you. You are connected to God. You are created by God. You are a very, very powerful being, which Jesus said, you can do the things that I did and greater things still.
Okay.
And I think if people actually believe that, then the chance to create the abundant life becomes that much easier. Because if you feel you're powerful,
if you believe in yourself,
if you believe in yourself, absolutely, if you believe in yourself, then
everything you do becomes better.
One of the great masters, and I'm just trying to remember which one it was. It's Thoth, the god Thoth, Greek god of wisdom. I forgot his name. Hermes said that the greatest crime is not to know God. In other words, if you understand who God is and what God's all about, then you will understand everything. And then you will be able to come like your Creator. Because essentially we are co-creators.
Yeah.
They talk in the Old Testament about the 7 days of creation. Well, that's not. If you look at that and try and take the literal meaning of it, it does not work. It's the 7 days of creation are time periods, if you like. They're spiritual periods in many respects. And the Sunday, which was the day of rest, was not actually God resting because he was tired from working for 6 days. But if you take the literal meaning, that's what you really say. What it actually means is that the 7th day was reserved for us.
Okay.
God's co-creators, the sons and daughters of God. Because we came to this planet, incarnated on this planet, and were given free will, complete free will, which not all planets have, but this one is an experimental planet. We have free will to create what we want to create. And we were given the free will to do that.
And
so the 7th day was for us, not for God.
So the way you're selling it, so to speak, really sort of makes you sort of want to think, why aren't more and more people spiritual? Because it sounds so good, it sounds so healthy, it sounds so doable.
It is doable, it's totally doable. But you know, we have, without trying to get too dark here, but we live on a planet, or have been living on a planet, which was not ours to start with. It was inhabited by other beings. But we did come here many, many, many millions of years ago on spaceships from another planet.
Okay.
And settled on this planet. But the ones that who were already here didn't like it.
Okay.
And they decided that they were going to try and get rid of us. So there's been a battle going on. And they were quite, the other race were quite mentally advanced, so we say, not spiritually, but mentally advanced. And they had the ability to be able to kill us just with their thoughts.
Oh, wow.
Although
okay.
they were not allowed to use that ability.
No.
So we've been sharing a planet, and they've been running things.
Okay.
But that's all going away now. That's all stopping. We are moving now into a higher dimension where we rise above these other beings, so they can't control us anymore.
Okay.
So people have been in some ways conditioned not to be powerful, and we've been spiritually and in terms of our consciousness, in terms of our vibration, been held down. You know, look at all the wars, look at all the nasty stuff. It's all control mechanism. It's a control mechanism to keep you in a state of fear, keep you in fear, so you can't rise up and see the truth, and see the truth of what's really happening. So we've been living in a world of illusions, but that's coming to an end now.
Okay.
People are awakening, hence the title of the album.
Yeah.
Awaken, we are gods.
Okay, that's
So that's
interesting.
empowerment. So that's really what I'm trying to come out with in the album. That's the primary message. And it's related to the abundance, because if we can, you know, be more powerful, then we can have the abundant life that we were meant to have. We can have a golden age that I wrote the book about.
And I guess if we're more powerful and abundant individually, we're going to be more powerful and abundant in groups and in bigger numbers.
Yeah, there's another aspect to it, but I'm not going to go into that now.
So that's quite, that's a really good sort of mission, you know, to be sharing with others. So hopefully people can perhaps watch another podcast, listen to something else you've done, do a bit more of their own self-research to sort of educate them so they can learn, so that they can grow.
I'll just pass things on. I've learned a lot in my short life. In my short life.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I just want to pass on.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah. Good. That's interesting. Thank you.
You're welcome.